If you watched the video I made 2 months ago, I said that I really didn't like Fortnite OG. But now that Season 2 OG is out, the question needs to be asked again. Is Fortnite OG good now? Is it finally an enjoyable experience? Did the Season 2 update fix everything wrong with the game mode? And most importantly, was this video actually made with a script and not an ad-libbed rant for 14 minutes where I repeat myself over and over again? And the answer is yes. There's a script. Now let's start off by talking about the Battle Pass. Just like last season, you can unlock this Battle Pass with 1000 V-Bucks, or you can unlock it through the Fortnite crew. There are 50 tiers worth of stuff to get. Now, I'm not going to be like these other Fortnite YouTubers and review every single item in the Battle Pass. Like, I'm not going to knee slide across my bedroom because they added a spray to the game. We're only going to talk about the skins. First of all, we got the Sparkle Diva. Now, I can't quite tell whether I hate this skin or love it because it looks so different every single time I see it. In this really cool Season 2 key art, it looks great. In the lobby, it looks great, but it looks absolutely awful in-game. That's not just me, right? It looks so off in-game. Maybe it just needs to grow on me, but right now I'll give this skin like a 6.2 out of 10. Next is the Cuddle Team Specialist. I have a bit to say about this one. First of all, I don't know how to feel about the fact that they're actually adding item shop skins to the OG pass. Last season there were only 2 Battle Pass skins to remix, so I understand why they made a remix of Skull Trooper. This season there were quite a few skins to choose from, but they went with Cuddle Team Leader, the item shop one. I hope they did this because the original Season 2 was filled with loads of knights and Sparkle Specialists for some reason, and they wanted each skin in the pass to be unique. That's okay, I like that. But in Season 3, we have quite a few different skins, like the Space Craig, and the Dark Voyager, and the Reaper, and the Elite Agent, and the Rust Lord. I don't think I'll know how to feel if they make like a remix for the Reaper and the Dark Voyager, and then make the third skin in the past like Tomato Head, except this time his mask is a slightly different shade of red or some shit. I thought the whole point of the OG pass was to give people the opportunity to get new versions of skins that aren't available anymore, like the Sparkle Specialist or the Black Knight. But not only is Cuddle Team Leader an item shop skin that comes back all the time, there's like 50 other Cuddle Team Leader skins that in the game already. Do we really need any more? Saying that, I don't really care about whether they add item shop skins to the OG pass or not, to be completely honest. The skin's cool, it's a nice redesign, nice remix, 7 out of 10. Finally, the Black Knight. Or the Knight Conqueror. I think that's his name. I don't think I need to tell you that this is one of the best skins in the game. It is years better than the first Black Knight skin, the Ultima Knight, and every other Knight in the game. This skin is so good. It's like the original Black Knight with some very slight differences here and there to make it epic. 9.8 out of 10. In total, I'll give this OG pass a 7 out of 10. This season added some more of the iconic POIs to the map and really filled it out. We got Tilted Towers, Shifty Shaft, Snobby Shores, Junk Junction, and Haunted Hills. Before I even talk about the POIs, can we just all agree that Tilted Towers needs to stop getting hyped up at this point? There have been 10 different versions of Tilted Towers in the game over the course of 7 years, and 5 of them have been near identical recreations of the original POI, including the Tilted Towers that was and still is available in Fortnite Reload ever since June of last year. So now that we got that out of the way, the POIs do a good job to fill out the map and to spread out players, making it easier for players to get a decent drop. Before, there were like 7 POIs or something spread out very far from each other, which meant everyone was landing at the same POIs and most people were dying off spawn, meaning that the games were usually very slow and very boring. Now they're only kind of slow and kind of boring. I'm joking, now that there have been a few more POIs added to the game, players spread out amongst those POIs, making it a little easier for players to make it past the first 30 seconds of the game. Very cool. Although someone really needs to sort out Shifty Shaft. Like, what the hell is going on here? I give this map, it's the Season 2 map out of 10. Right, there have been a few loophole changes since I last talked about Fortnite OG, and I'm going to talk about each of them. First of all, they've added the bush back to the game. Now, to build players, you probably care about the blades of grass on the island more than you do the bush item, but for zero build players, this opens up a lot of opportunities. I'm a zero build player, I'm washed, I can't keep up with build players, I fell off. But that also means that I have a unique perspective on every season that a lot of content creators don't have. So when CypherPK makes an educational documentary on how the bush is useless or something, I don't know, I don't watch Fortnite YouTubers, he might think it's the best thing ever. I might come in and say, actually, I think the bush opens up a lot of opportunities for tactical gameplay. Across the map, there are still wide open areas of terrain without much cover, and if there is cover, it's very easily destructible. indestructible. The bush, however, allows players to have their own cover that makes them practically invisible. The cool thing about the bush is that it fits in basically anywhere across the map, and it encourages tactical and stealthy gameplay. The fact that the bush has a cool trade-off of basically making you invisible, but if you take any damage you lose the bush, makes it a really balanced item. I'd like to clarify that I am playing builds in the background footage here, even though I play zero builds, because zero builds is really boring for recording videos, and also because zero builds is still quite miserable in the game. Next item. They seemingly increased the spawn rate of the porta bunker for zero builds players, so that we can finally have some goddamn cover while standing in generic field number 25,312. Thank you, Epic Games, very cool. The gameplay in general seems to work a bit better for zero build players than in Season 1, not much though. Zero build still feels like an afterthought that hasn't quite been optimized to work properly for the OG mode, but it's a little bit better than last time. Then there's the rocket launchers. Oh, the rocket launcher. Now you might be thinking, oh, the rocket launcher was in the game in Season 1, why are you talking about it now? Because they've done something to them this season. I don't know if they've upped the spawn rates or upped the chances of finding rocket ammo, because apparently everyone and their nan has a rocket launcher in this game. It's annoying enough in build, but when you bring it over to zero build, borderline torture. Let me paint you a scene. Final 5 people, I'm hiding on the top roof of Fatal Field building, using the rooftops of cover with 4 porta bunkers in my inventory. Actually no. Just watch what happens. Why am I being targeted out of everyone? There's like 500 million people in this lobby, and yeah, I'm the one being targeted. This is bigotry. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Clutch, 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 please. Clutch powers. Oh, right. Can you just not? And here we go. I'm gonna get shot at now. Yep. Yeah, brother, I've got porta bunkers for days. Oh, you're really scary, man. Who's this guy think he is? Bro, there's a whole other guy in this lobby. Oh my god, how many rockets do you have? Who do you actually think you are, pal? Oh my god! Talk about tactical gameplay. Oh, I'm gonna get the high ground and use the resources that I've accumulated throughout the whole match. No, rocket. God, this game. Now I've got to move over to this nerd, and I'm going to get killed by whoever's left in the lobby, even if I do survive. Ah! Ooh, what do I even do? Ooh, what do I even do in that situation? This stupid Goku character's just stood behind a tree, man. Now, in case you didn't quite see what happened there, it is quite difficult to understand what happened in that clip, so let me analyze it for you. I was on the Fatal Field's roof. The roof explodes, and all 4 of my porta bunkers are destroyed, which, let me remind you, take 2 entire rocket shots to destroy, which means at minimum, this one guy had to shoot 8 rockets at me just to destroy my porta bunkers alone, and that's not even considering the ones he used on the roof and the ones that flat out missed. Please, Epic, I'm begging you, nerf the ammo spawn rates. I'm on my hands and knees here, please. Next, we have the minis, and I don't really need to explain to you how good the minis are. They are a crucial part of the game, and it was silly that they weren't there to begin with. Oh, but they weren't in Season 1. I don't care, man. Finally, we have the spike trap. It's a spike trap. You put it on a wall, and what do you expect me to say? Now, while they've only added a small amount of content with the actual Season 2 update, they've shown us that a bunch of other fan-favorite Season 2 items will be returning throughout the next 2 months leading to Season 3. We've got the Boogie Bomb, the Silence Pistol, the Campfire, Chug Chug, Impulse Grenades, and Crossbow. Nothing too game-changing there, especially the crossbow. That thing is useless. Now, there is one item that's going to be added through the season that will be very interesting to the meta. The minigun. Now, I don't remember a time when the minigun was in the meta alongside Zero Build, apart from Chapter 2 Remix. And that was hell on earth. So I can only hope that the minigun gets added near the end of the season so it doesn't ruin the gameplay of Zero Build for too long. Because we don't even have a grappler to counter it this time around. We're just supposed to sit there and take it. This season lasts around 9 or 10 weeks, and there are 7 confirmed items that will be added to the loot pool throughout the season. There wasn't an item added on the first week, there's no chance they'll add something on the final week, so I expect Epic to release 1 item every week up until the final week or 2 of OG Season 2. And I pray to God that they add the minigun last. Now, let's talk about an update that comes out in 2 months. Season 3 OG is scaring me a little bit, I won't lie. Now, other Fortnite YouTubers would make a whole video essay documentary that's 4 hours long about this, but I don't really care, so I'm just going to throw it at the end of my Season 2 review. The original Season 3 brought a bunch of cool items to the game, like the Porta Fort, the guided missile, the hunting rifle, the hand cannon, and all that. But let's play a game. Take a guess at how many noticeable map changes. 1, It was lucky landing. So we're going to spend 2 months in Season 2 and then appear in Season 3 with exactly 1 new POI, and that'll be that for 2 months until they add Dusty Depot and the villain base. I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm not saying that they constantly need to be adding POIs and map changes to the game to make it good, but like, that's a 4-month wait between Season 2's launch and Season 4's launch, and throughout that time, exactly 1 new POI gets added. I hope they don't fumble the loot pool that season, because oh my god, it will be miserable if they do, I won't lie. Overall, Season 2 OG is a vast improvement over the first season. The new POIs fill out the map and make it feel a lot more unique and varied, with players now being spread out across the map instead of everyone just landing in the same place and causing everyone to die off spawn. And you know, there'll be one kid in the comments crying about the fact that nobody's landing Tilted anymore, as if this specific version of Tilted hasn't been in the game for over 2 years worth of time, with the other versions adding up to a total of 3.5 years worth of time. Like, we get it, mate, those towers do be tilted. The loot pool is a little bit better now, with the mini shields really being the quality of life edition that is kind of saving healing a little bit here. Big fan of those, never remove them again, Fortnite. I'm glad there are a ton of map changes to start the season off, because without them we just have the spike trap and the mini shield, which, I mean, they're not exactly game-changing, are they? The bush, which was added in the middle of Season 1, does a lot to help zero-build players play in the Chapter 1 map, which has a lot of open space, and it actually opens up a lot of opportunities for stealth gameplay, which has never really been a viable or popular method in Fortnite before. Very cool, Epic, very cool. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not saying Zero Build is good. If you want to play Zero Build, please play Chapter 6, okay? Zero Build does not work properly in this mode. There are still countless features of Zero Build quality of life features that are missing from the version of the game right now. Play builds or play Chapter 6 if you want to play Zero Builds. I don't make the rules. For now, I give Fortnite OG a 7 out of 10. It's a good step in the right direction, and I'm sure builds players are having the time of their lives right now, but as a Zero Build player, there are still a few changes they can make to make the experience a little more enjoyable for us washed players. Good job, Epic, you did the thing you did 6 years ago very well, but you better not add that minigun till the final week.